Ryan Smith here with Campus Socialite Media, sitting here with Justin Tugg, defensive tackle of the New York Giants. Justin, how's it going today?
I'm pretty good, I think, Mike.
All right, good stuff. Justin, what has been your biggest adjustment of life as an NFL player versus life as a college player?
Bills, taxes.
Getting that paycheck every week, right?
Yeah, I mean, I tell all the college kids out there now, enjoy college. The stories we have to see from more problems, more money, more problems is actually a true, very, very true statement. But I mean, with anything, when you make an adjustment and you jump to a higher level, it's going to be some situations that you're not going to thrive in. And you just have to have opportunities or the fortitude to kind of say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to continue to work at this, and I'm in this position because I have this talent. I just got to get more aware of things around me. That's how it was with me coming from Notre Dame and coming into this big city, New York City. I just listened to guys that kind of had been there and did the things that I was trying to do, and kind of fed off of their advice on situations.
We'll give you a little plug here. A lot easier to afford those $5 footlongs now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And I ate a lot of those in college, so I think they're paying me back for all the revenue I was creating for them in Notre Dame.
I hear you. A little spin-off, a little branch-off question here. Many consider being a college athlete a full-time job. I know I certainly do.
Yeah.
Should college athletes be paid, Justin?
Obviously, I'm biased because I was a college athlete. I think they should be compensated in certain situations. I mean, I was an entrepreneur major at Notre Dame, so I did some studies on the revenue that college athletics bring to a certain university, and it's tremendous. I mean, I know we get $40,000. In my case, Notre Dame was $40,000 a year. Free ride education, but it doesn't compare to the amount of money that the university is making on ticket sales, jersey sales,
no, it doesn't.
Promotions, blah 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 blah. So yes, I think they should be in a situation, but it's so hard to do that because of agents and the rules of coming into the NFL, guys losing eligibility off things like that. It's so hard to do it, but if they can find a way to kind of make it work, I'm all for it.
A lot of hazing goes on in college and fraternities, as you know, but also there's a little bit of hazing that goes on in the NFL with rookies. Were you toyed with a little bit in your rookie year?
Absolutely. I mean, Michael Strahan was, I was the backup to, Michael Strahan, a future Hall of Famer.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I got my fair share of buying breakfasts, singing, singing songs.
What songs did you have to sing, Justin?
I'm actually a pretty good singer, pretty decent. I mean, I'm not John Legend or anybody like that, but I can hold a tune. So after I sung a few songs, they kind of made me sit down because they want to hear the guys that can't sing, because that's the funny part of it. But I sung my alma mater. I sung all types of stuff.
How about this year, having Mr. Paul Pierre, absolute specimen? Are you hazing him?
I was we were kind of lenient on him. Paul's a different case. He doesn't know a lot about football because he's new to the game and things of that nature. So we asked him to do some stuff, and he was like, "Why am I doing this?" and all that. So he didn't even know the real routine of it. But we got him a few times. I mean, obviously he's buying some breakfast sandwiches for us. Him and Lil Joseph, and at the end of the year we'll have like a big dinner where they'll have to go out and pay for it and things like that. But it's not New York, we've been pretty good. We don't tie guys up in goalposts.
Are you referring to Hard Knocks at all with the New York Jets there, Justin?
A little bit. But I mean, the Jets ain't the only person in the team that does that. I've had many friends tell me about situations. I've had a guy have a popcorn machine put in his car. And if you know what greasy popcorn do to upholstery, you can just imagine. So I've heard it all when it comes to stuff like that.
Off the field, I've seen you at a few Yankee games. I now understand you're a pretty big hockey fan. Rangers, Yankees. What else? What other off-the-field activities would you say you're doing these days? What's your favorite thing to do when you're not playing football?
I'm a big outdoorsman. I grew up hunting, fishing, and things like that. I love sitting out in the woods, and regardless if I'm hunting or not, I just like the peace and quiet. It's something surreal about watching the sunrise. Deep in the woods. I love to do that. Me and my wife are very, very deeply involved in charity work and giving back. And other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm a simple guy. Sports, charity, and hunting and fishing.
That sounds good to me. Now, being a college athlete, was it tough to balance your life as an athlete, a student, all the extracurricular activities that comes along with life in college? Was that difficult for you, or was that something that came easy to you? And if you wouldn't mind talking a little bit about your college experience, we'd really appreciate that.
It was definitely difficult. I mean, the responsibility of being a student athlete in Notre Dame, you got to understand that you don't have much free time. Because once you come off the football field, you got to, go to tutoring, you got to go eat, you got to, go do this project, you got to go sit in on a group study session or things like that nature. So free time didn't exist much for us. I'm sure, it's like that at every other school too. So it's something you got to get used to, but I think the biggest part of it is understanding time management. That's something that our counselors consistently talk to us about and kind of monitor us with, because it's easy for you to get in college and you're walking on the quad and you see guys throwing frisbees and things of that nature. You see girls sunbathing or whatever. It's easy for you to kind of say to yourself, well, I got a few minutes, and for a long, you meant to be out there 10 minutes, you was out there for 40, and now you're running late for a study session. You got to make up this and make up that. So I think that's one of the biggest things that people don't understand about being a student athlete.
Sure.
Definitely the time management factor.
Now, a lot of college men, and I even hear a few college women going to college campuses across the country. Everyone talking about Sundays, fantasy football, which is probably the biggest thing, in college other than drinking and partying.
Yeah.
What's your take on fantasy football, and do any of the guys in the locker room participate in anything like that?
Some guys do it. I heard a couple of guys do it just because they don't have anything else to do. But I think for us, man, fantasy football, for us, is not a fantasy. We live it.
Yeah.
So it's something that maybe I should get into fantasy 9 to 5 or fantasy office work or something like that. We should come out with something like that.
I like fantasy 9 to 5.
And let it be known that I was the first person to say that.
Yes, Justin Tuck is the official person
if any of you guys go out there and dock that up, I need some revenues from that.
We are giving Justin Tuck from the New York Giants credit of the fantasy 9 to 5 of the official football life, and I think it's really fantasy 24/7 because these guys work their asses off every single weekend, and it's not only on the weekends. Justin takes time out of his busy day to come and meet with us. And if you've watched the show Hard Knocks, you get a little sense of what it's like to be an NFL player. Justin, talk about the perception of the New York Jets, the flagrant attitude and lifestyle of Coach Rex Ryan, and what you've seen from that.
You know what? It works for them. The Giants organization is an organization that's kind of a little bit more laid back, kind of, old school. We don't even have cheerleaders. The Mara family and the Tisch family, I really respect them about how they go about their business. And, that's not a knock on the Jets or Woody Johnson, because from what I understand, Woody Johnson is an awesome guy himself. But, it's something that works for them, so it's not for me to sit here and judge them. Obviously, that's not my style and how I would like to go about it. But